I have a trick-or-treat bag item for you. It's called The Art of Goosebumps. Is it a Halloween book? You decide.
Give me your treats, or else.
Matt, now you said you read this book and that it's one of your favorite books of all time. Is it a Halloween book to you?
Dude, I consider this a Halloween book. It's The Art of Goosebumps by Sarah Rodriguez, and it's all about our buddy. Well, he's not our buddy, but he's from Jersey. So technically, he is our buddy because everything spooky comes from New Jersey.
Tim Jacobus?
Tim Jacobus, our buddy from New Jersey. It's all about The Art of Goosebumps. What do you think? You have this book as well.
Yeah, so I do have this book, and I think it's a really great book. I'm just going to say right off the bat, if I had this thing as a kid, I would look through this thing all the time because I love the monsters in it. It has like the sketches that Tim did before he got to the final cover, and they'll be like behind the scenes, some pictures that he took of even himself to kind of model for the book. And it has behind the scenes of the book itself, little synopses of, there's some interviews at the beginning of the book. The question though, as to whether this is a Halloween book, I mean, there are a couple stories in here that are Halloween stories, like the Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, the Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns, which was number 48.
Oh, Matt's got them memorized.
Which came out in October of 96. Then you have the Haunted Mask 1 and Haunted Mask 2. If you're a fan of Halloween, you should know these because, I mean, we have them in the studio. We got the mask. I think every kid should read the Haunted Mask, the first one.
I mean, there definitely are Halloween stories. And in this...
What do you mean there are? There's tons of them. There's 4, to be exact, in this book. See, the original series had 62 books in it. I was always drawn to it by the colors and the art, and they really go into this with that because it is obviously all about the artwork. They just pop for some reason, and then it does scream Halloween. Most of the stories may not be Halloween, but there is tons of them that are, like number 60, the werewolf skin. In this book, this was the first time that they did this, and I have the original. They have a Halloween mask in it that you could wear and scare your friends.
That's definitely Halloween because now you're talking, there's a mask in there. But let me see that cover again.
It's werewolf skin. So does it scream Halloween? No, but it's a werewolf. And Tom always says the werewolf, Frankenstein, Dracula are classic Halloween monsters. See, this is the thing. When I was growing up, there came a point in my life when it came out first in 1992 where I was young enough and I enjoyed the Goosebumps. I was not really big into reading, but there were some stories, that the artwork stood out, like the number 1, Welcome to Dead House, the first ever. It's still my lock screen on my phone today. It's Halloween. It's a spooky, scary house. We could all picture it, going trick-or-treating, and there's this one house. You're like, dude, do we go in? Do we knock at the door? Do we try to get candy or just skip this house? Then you have the Haunted Mask 1 and 2. Once it got later on, I mean, I guess I got too cool for school or too cool for reading Goosebumps because I was getting older, getting into middle school. And even though I had them, I didn't read them as much. I didn't collect them as much until later on where I started to appreciate it. But this book, The Art of Goosebumps, really brings back that memories and makes me want to continue collecting some of these. They may not be all set in Halloween, but the stories, you can kind of make it up in your head. And if you wanted to make each one of these a Halloween story, kind of could.
When I found these books, I was in high school, and the first one that I saw was One Day in Horrorland, and that artwork definitely got me to check it out.
Yeah, that teal, the purple.
I mean, that's the thing. I think the colors, it's almost like candy or like toys with these bright, vibrant colors.
See, you're making an argument for it. It is Halloween.
I think when I was a little kid, anything monsters was Halloween. But I think now, because there's so much like direct Halloween stuff. Let me say this. You can watch horror movies when you were a kid, anything with monsters, and it would be Halloween. But now there's so much actual Halloween themed stuff that I don't know that I would go to this for Halloween. Like this, I would go to year round because I like monsters all the time. I think as I got closer to Halloween, this would not be in my trick or treat bag.
So what, are you giving this a rock? I mean, you got to enjoy this book though.
No, I love the book. If I was just rating this book, I would 100% give it a Reese's.
Reese's?
But if you're asking me, is this a Halloween book? I might give it a rock because I don't.
I got
like
a rock.
I said, I think this is more of a summer book for me, or maybe even a winter. Like I'm reading it right now in the winter, so I would probably give this a Reese's just for that. But I think once I'm into Halloween time, I'm going to like Leslie Bannatyne, Lisa Morton. I'm going to strictly Halloween.
No, I get it. This book is not, to me, it's not Halloween. It has that feel just because of the Goosebumps name. But again, they came out with a movie, the Goosebumps #2, the movie, that's Halloween. So, I mean, there's always some ties to Halloween. And that's why I think I would give it
Reese's?
a Reese's. Because if you're a kid, if somebody was getting little kids into Halloween for the first time, you're not going to be reading, Leslie Bannatyne. You're going to be reading Goosebumps. So for kids, I think this is a Reese's, and it is Halloween.
That's true.
I don't know. The debate might still be out there. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And until we see you again in the pumpkin patch or at the end of one of these books, viewer beware, you're in for a scare. Stay spooky.
Okay, Matt, I've got some trivia for you, and I think this is right in your wheelhouse. What is the night before Halloween called in Cincinnati?
Cincinnati?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So A, Devil's Night, B, Mischief Night, C, Cabbage Night, or D, Day of the Dead.
Well, here in New Jersey, it's Mischief Night. That's what it goes with. But I believe in Cincinnati, it's probably... this is a tough one. I feel like I should know this. I'm going to go with Devil's Night.
Ooh, that's
Cabbage
a
Night.
negative. Cabbage Night. It is Cabbage
I was going to
Night.
say that first. Bummer.
Wait, I thought it was Devils in Jersey. No, I guess you guys do always call it Mischief Night.
I mean, we have the Jersey Devil, but it's Mischief Night. Every kid knows it. I have one for you. Before we go, another trivia. We don't usually do 2 trivias, but we're going to do 2 trivias because of Goosebumps. What color is the gooey substance on the cover of Monster Blood? A, black, B, green, C, red, or D, purple?
Green.
Yeah, green, buddy. He was known for doing green instead of red for blood or the ooze. Enjoy that trivia from the Halloweeniacs. Till we see you in the pumpkin patch at the end of Mayfield Place. Stay spooky.